Hello, everyone. Today, we're delving into one of the decisive events in American history, an incident that not only marked a significant escalation in the conflict between Britain and its American colonies, but also helped ignite the flames of the American Revolution. I'm referring to the Boston Tea Party, an event etched in the chronicles of American history as a bold statement of defiance against British colonial policy. As we unpack this historic episode, we'll explore its causes, the dramatic actions of the colonists, and the far-reaching consequences that helped shape the destiny of a nation. Let's set the scene. It's the 1770s, and tension is brewing in the American colonies. The British Empire, seeking to consolidate control and recover financially from the French and Indian War, begins imposing a series of taxes on the colonies without their consent. These include the Stamp Act and the Townshend Acts, which placed duties on a variety of essential goods. The colonists, rallying around the cry of no taxation without representation, perceived these taxes as a direct affront to their rights and autonomy. Fast forward to 1773, and we see the enactment of the Tea Act. This particular piece of legislation was ostensibly designed to rescue the floundering East India Company by granting it the right to sell surplus tea directly to the American colonies, bypassing colonial merchants and effectively creating a monopoly. This act did not impose a new tax, but it reignited the smoldering issues of taxation without representation and economic control. The response in Boston was particularly vehement. On December 16, 1773, a group of colonists, led by the Sons of Liberty, a secret society formed to protect the rights of the colonists and fight the abuses of taxation by the British government, decided to take a dramatic stand. Disguised as Mohawk Indians, they boarded 3 British ships moored at Griffin's Wharf in Boston. Over the course of 3 hours, these men threw 342 chests of British East India Company tea into the chilly waters of Boston Harbor. An estimated 90,000 pounds of tea, worth thousands of British pounds, a fortune at the time, were lost. This act of defiance, known as the Boston Tea Party, did not occur in isolation. It was the culmination of escalating tensions and a part of broader resistance movements throughout the 13 colonies. However, its immediate impact was profound and direct. The British government, led by Lord North, was incensed and responded with the coercive acts, known in America as the Intolerable Acts. These punitive measures included closing Boston Harbor until the lost tea was paid for and altering the Massachusetts Charter to reduce democratic self-governance. The Intolerable Acts, rather than subduing the spirits of the colonists, had the opposite effect. They unified the colonies further, leading to the First Continental Congress in 1774, where delegates from 12 of the 13 colonies met to formulate a response. This Congress set the stage for a cooperative effort that would eventually lead to the Revolutionary War. The Boston Tea Party was not just a protest against a tea tax. It was a bold assertion of the American colonies' growing dissatisfaction with British rule. It symbolized the breaking point of colonial patience and set the stage for the broader quest for autonomy and governance, free from overseas control. As we reflect on the significance of the Boston Tea Party, it's crucial to recognize it as a transformative event that transcended the act of throwing tea into a harbor. It was a spark that ignited the revolutionary spirit across the colonies, uniting diverse groups with a common cause, the pursuit of liberty and justice. This event teaches us about the power of collective action and the profound impact of standing up against perceived injustices. Thank you for joining this exploration of the Boston Tea Party, a defining moment that reminds us how a determined group of people can indeed change the course of history.